Welcome back to the Digital Infinity. Today we're going to be going over Jedi Knight's BBS door game from 1996 to 1997. The backstory is it's 7 years after the fall of Galactic Empire. You're going to be playing as either a Jedi Knight, a Dark Jedi, a bounty hunter, or a smuggler. This game pretty much looks like and feels like a Legend of the Red Dragon clone, which is a very popular BBS game during the 90s. One thing I found out the hard way was you started out with absolutely no armor and no weapons. You're in your birthday suit and you have your fists. So when I went out to fight, I kind of got my behind handed to me the first go around. Let's go ahead and enter the game. I'm not going to bore you with all of the straight up fights, so I'm going to go over some of the creatures in which I was battling as a Jedi Knight. I'm going to let the fighting play in the upper right corner here while I talk about each one of these creatures that I came across. There's a crazed beggar. There's a delusional Ithorian. There's a Jawa. There's a Minoc. And all the fights ended with one way: decapitating them with your Gadurfi stick, which is a blunt weapon. So, wow. And all being a Jedi. And also, you can get married as a Jedi, which is probably against Jedi code. Now, this following sequence happened 3 times to me in playing in one session. I suddenly hear a voice echo through my ears. And it goes on to be a person killed by a bounty hunter, and I agree to help them, and that they can't exist in this realm until their body's been properly incinerated. So I help them, and when I do, I get like a protective barrier for a couple of rounds. Kind of weird since it just happened over and over again. I eventually made my way to the cantina where I began to play a couple games of sabacc. You make your wager and then either your score is higher or lower than your opponent, and that's how you know you win, but I don't know how much I won. This sequence I found twice in the game and playing in my 30 fights for the day. Suddenly a flicker of light catches your eye. Do you wish to see what it is? It ended up being a Corsica jewel, and I decided to sell it, and I got 5,000 credits for each time I sold it. The next really annoying thing in this game is there keeps being this more ? Yes or no prompt every time I go to a screen, and it's like a pause that you can't get by until you hit yes or no, and then you can do the next thing you wanted to really do in the game. So I don't know why they programmed it like that, but it really annoyed me. Now I'm on my way to Yavin 4 to where I'm going to meet Master Skywalker to see if I have enough XP to be trained up to the next level. I ask him and he says I'm ready for my next lesson, and I hit train. Immediately gain stuff. Where in like Legend of the Red Dragon, I think if you trained, you had to fight the master, and then once you beat him, then you were leveled up. Here I am on the main screen, and I decided to click go to the dark side. And do you wish to? Yes. And now all of a sudden I'm a dark Jedi. And I have a different master than Skywalker now. And here's my stats to prove that I'm now a dark Jedi, even though I've done nothing other than click on a button on the menu. So kind of annoying, and it doesn't look like there's any way back to being a regular Jedi. Final thoughts here on this BBS door game that I found. One, I absolutely love Star Wars, so anything like this I would have been interested in playing back in the day. This thing seemed to be alright, but for a Legend of the Red Dragon clone, there was just really a lot of annoyances, like the more ? Yes or no prompt that just refused to go away, and you had to hit it in order to get through to the next part on the menu. The next thing is, a lot of the stuff just kept coming up over and over and over again, like the disembodied voice and getting the jewel. I had like 10,000 credits in like 30 fights. I wasn't even level 2 yet. I was like, wow, I really kind of put some bank in there. And then on the top of it, there seemed to not be a lot of events that would happen like it would in Legend of the Red Dragon, where you just never knew what you were going to find when you were out there. There was always several different things that you could do or randomly pop up, and some of them you didn't see all the time. So In conclusion, it's an okay door game. I'm sure it was fun back in the day when you had a bunch of people playing and try to murder one another and hire a bounty hunter to go against this guy, and do Dark Jedi stuff and do Jedi Knight stuff and do smuggling stuff. But all in all, I think I'll just pass on this one. Let me know if any of you ever played this one, if you got anywhere in it, and just leave some comments below. Thanks for stopping by the Digital Infinity. Thanks for checking us out, and please like, subscribe below. And as always, thanks for watching. Digital Infinity, out.